Great. Good morning, everybody. My name is Pamela, and I'm coming to you, of course, from the core at La Encantada through a partnership with the Tucson JCC. Welcome to our chair yoga practice this morning. If you're just tuning in or you're just arriving or whatever time you're watching this, right, if you're catching it later on the websites, take a moment to, one, be sure that your chair is secure, that you're on a solid surface with maybe a mat underneath your chair so you're not slipping and sliding all around. And then take a moment to grab your favorite hand lotion for just a moment and then come back and get grounded. Yeah, so we'll just sit a little bit away from the back of the chair. So we're starting to engage the muscles of the core and finding our center of balance. So just below our navel, between the pubic bone and the belly button, I want us to softly, energetically, isometrically, whatever word you'd like to use, kind of pull that space back. Your palms can be resting upward or down. And or if there is a mudra, if you like to engage in any yoga for the hands, any energetic symbols for the hands, feel free to do that. I will share that if you're feeling very amplified, a little jittery, if you will, palms down is very helpful to ground the body and the nervous system, the subtle body energy. If you are feeling a little fatigued and kind of cloudy, you might want to turn your palms upward, right? So it'll have the opposite effect on our subtle body energy and give us a little pick-me-up. So decide how you'd like to place the hands, and then the feet, the toes will spread ever so softly. Right? Feel that connection of your feet onto the earth. And feel as you inhale the belly get round and full, feel the rib cage expand, and see if you can even feel the lungs in the back of your body. There's more volume actually in the back of our lungs than in the front. So can you really fill that space in and then exhale, allow everything to kind of fall into your center. You might close the eyes. And just notice the thoughts, notice how you're feeling without judging anything, pushing anything away, or wanting it to be any different. Just stay open and curious. So we're just breathing fully, deeply, allowing those lungs to really expand in the back of the body. Again, maybe the eyes are closed. You might even silently hear your voice in your head, just simply repeating two words: thank you, thank you, thank you. And it doesn't have to be for anything in particular, just maybe quietly say thank you. And see how that changes the sensations in your body. Thank you. You might quickly, right? Thank you for the eyes. Thank you. The ability to see. Thank you. Ears. You might, right, be specific now. Nice. A few more, and then we'll get to moving. Opening, centering, or opening meditation is really a vital part of our practice to locate ourselves, right? To ground ourselves, to come into this space, right? aligned intention. Good. We'll consciously pick those shoulders up, squeeze the shoulder blades together and drop them down. Kind of pull that navel space back, chin, and keep those shoulders moving back, and then drop that chin down towards the chest. Try to keep the shoulders back. Okay? Try to keep those shoulders back and down as the chin is towards your chest. Big breath in through the nose and sigh or pursed lip breathing out. One more time. And then slowly roll that right ear towards the right shoulder. You could hold on to the back leg of your chair with the left hand, right? Feeling this wonderful stretch up the left side of the body. Head back, chin in. And then staying here, we're just going to drop that chin towards the collarbone, left collarbone, and then follow a diagonal line like 45 degrees. Pick that head up, maybe look to the right corner where the wall meets the ceiling, and then drop that chin down, really slow, nod, yes. So what we're doing this morning, we're going to spend some time engaging in something called nerve gliding or nerve flossing. This is to not only bring synovial fluid, right, keep us hydrated, keep us nice and lubricated in our joints, but this series helps to reduce inflammation in the body and in the joints and help to bring good blood flow, circulation to these areas to keep us, of course, flexible and mobile. And we'll bring that head back to center and releasing that fascial hold, that tightness, that wrapping, that shrink wrapping around our muscles. Drop that chin all the way down to the chest, shoulders back, left ear to the left shoulder. Again, head in line with the spine. Maybe hold on to the back leg of your chair. And then just kind of notice at any point if you're, gripping or taking yourself too seriously. Remind yourself to smile. Keep it friendly, keep it easy. Communicate to your brain to feel at ease and joyous. Drop that chin towards the collarbone and follow that wonderful diagonal line, 45 degrees, up, up, up. Feel that stretch across the side of the neck. And maybe do just that, right? Inhale on the way up. Open the mouth on the exhale, either purse lips and push that air out, or sigh the breath out, right? Releasing or letting go breath. Notice how that releases all that wonderful tension, stickiness. And you'll hear me say it, you've heard me say it, you'll hear me say it plenty. 70% of unconscious holding is released when we make that sound. And we're also releasing almost the same percentage of metabolic waste, right, through the body. Pretty nice. That's a pretty big percentage just by sighing out. Right? Bring that head back to center. Well done. Good. So I had you grab a little bit of hand lotion earlier. If you didn't, that's okay. And so maybe just put a little dollop on your hands and give a little rub. Right? Just kind of, and then make sure you're getting in there, tops of the hands, in between the webbing, right? Really massage in between the webbing of each of your fingers. Get that lotion in there. Get in between all that webbing. I applied some before we signed on, so I'm good. Or just kind of crisscross, right? Interlace the fingers. Get in there. And then just pause. Rest the hands down on the lap again. And just kind of notice the hands. I'm going to, before we get started, give you a little disclaimer. I mentioned, right, that this is really important work to reduce inflammation and to keep those joints healthy. So this is really good if you do have any arthritis or inflammation in the hands and in the joints. However, right, if you're in the throes of a flare-up, either today or any day when you do this, right, you don't want to engage in this activity, right? So just do notice, and what I mean, if you know, if you're in a flare-up, you'll know it, right? You've got pain in the joints, and you're swollen and possibly red. So if that's happening for you now, either just keep it really soft or don't engage in this at all, okay? So we're just going to start with it doesn't matter which hand, we're going to start with placing a little bit of pressure right between that V, that webbing between your index finger and your thumb. There's a nice little divot there. You're going to come down and give a soft push. I'm going to get up and just kind of show you right in here. Hopefully you can see without that glare. Just give it a little bit of a push, and you right, will decide how much pressure or how little pressure, and keep the shoulders and the elbows soft, right? Keep it friendly, but kind of move it around until you find a little bit of feedback. You'll feel it, and once you find that, just kind of hold on to it, relax, and releasing breath, right? Letting go breath. Hold it here for just a moment more. Good. And then start with the thumb and just kind of pull the thumb out a little bit, right? We're just softly pulling out towards the fingernail, right? Take 3 to 5 passes, starting at the base of that thumb, and just kind of pull the joints, the knuckles out. Don't forget, just a little pressure on the thumbnail. Yeah. Good. And then massage now. Just give a little massage of that thumb, of the joints. Relax your shoulders. Yeah, and then you'll move on to the neck. So you're just kind of softly pulling those joints away, right, from the wrist to the fingertip in that direction. We're not actually on the wrist. I'm just saying we're moving away from the finger. Yeah? And you'll pause on that little fingernail and just give it a little massage. Relax, keep it friendly. So we'll just go back to the why. Why are we doing this? Just to remind ourselves. Right, to reduce inflammation, to increase our blood flow, our circulation, and to keep our hands nice and mobile, dexterous, right? To keep our fine motor skills active, I guess is the right word. Don't forget the webbing there in between, and then just keep moving through the joints. And then everything, right, is connected. We've got this kinetic chain. Get in between the webbing. So we're going to keep that connective tissue massaged and not so tight, not so tense. And then just kind of maybe flip the hand over and massage the palm. Just notice if there's any area that you might find a little, I don't know, something that might feel a little edgy, something that feels like a little bump right in the hand. That's found up fascia. Try to just push your thumb into it and see if it dissipates, or kind of roll it around. And then we're going to place that other hand that you were massaging, using as a massage tool. Just rest that hand down and make like a little beak, right? So your fingers are going to touch your thumb, and you're just going to softly roll. Inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down. Again, you can keep the hand down or support it if it's feeling too tense on your shoulder. So you're going to want to go at least 5 in one direction clockwise, and then 5 counterclockwise, hopefully building up to sets of 10 each way. Right, so roll the other way. Inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down. Yeah, and then you're just gonna flex the hand back. So I've got a little pushing my palm away. Sorry, I just lost my word there. And kind of move the hand down. So and it's extension, like a little back bend here, and then flexion. Roundness for the spine. That's the word I was looking for. You might want to hold your elbow. Yeah. Like a little bird, right? Drinking. It's the same thing, maybe 5 rounds to start, see how you go, maybe build up to 10. And then we're gonna pause and like a windshield wiper, you're just gonna go side to side. So what we're doing here is we're lubricating, bringing synovial fluid to the joint of the wrist. Yeah? So slowly side to side. And go slower than you think you want to when you practice this at home. Yeah. Good. And then like the Queen's wave, right? We're going to just rotate back of palm, front of palm. Inhale and exhale. Doing great. And then you're going to close, do a little fist and flick those fingers out, right? Like a little spark. Give it a little squeeze, maybe go a little slower than I'm showing you. Let me slow myself down. Give it a little squeeze, make a little fist, and then push it out. Good. Then give it a shake, and then just rest the hands down. And notice the sensation, the differences between the hands. I feel maybe it feels a little tingly, or maybe there's a temperature change, or maybe it feels, you know, in my hand, it feels a little bit kind of thicker, right, than the other hand, like clumped up. Yeah, and then when you're ready, other hand, bring the thumb and index finger just below that divot, or in the divot rather, of the index finger and thumb, and kind of move around in there until you feel a little feedback, right? A little sensation there. You'll feel it. You'll know it when you have it. Breathe into it. And I think about this series and the importance as to why for prevention, right? So if you yourself, or if you have anyone that you know who has arthritis or trouble with their hands, inflammation with the hands, you know how challenging it is to open up, you know, bottles, jars, those little baggies. So very important, right? Usage in our daily life. So I wanted to just take a little time to share this with you today. Yeah, so you find that little spot, let it dissipate, and just pull those joints out just gently, right? You don't have to crank on your hands, keep it friendly, pull away, and then just spend a little time pushing into the nail bed there for a moment, and then massage, massage, massage. Right. Notice if you've collapsed in your core, right? Keep that, the shoulders back, the shoulder blades kissing together, that navel space back, pull, pull, pull. Hold on the fingernail and then massage the fingers. Pull away. Hold just a moment on the fingernail, and you got it, right? Work all the way down. Try not to shortchange yourself on this side just because you know where you're going. Try to spend equal time. Breathe, and as you're doing this, also be curious, watch your thoughts, right? Have you checked out? Are you doing something else? Can you come back to your breath, or that quiet thank you, thank you, thank you, right? Thank you, hands, for the ability to touch, right? To hold, massage all the way around, to applaud, to create. Thank you, hands. Ah. Yeah, when you feel like you've kind of massaged well enough, pause for a moment. And then you'll create that little beak shape when you're ready. Support your arm, relax your arm. Inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down. Don't let me rush you. Catch up whenever you wish. Nice and slow. And then always be curious, right? Notice your range of motion, how it feels, how it sounds, right? Sometimes we hear that little crepsis in our joints, that little popping, that little, it's a great word for it, crepsis. It sounds just like it, right? Notice if one side has that or the other. And then just gently press that palm forward, get a little arch in that wrist, then drop it down, back and down. I'll turn it to the side again. Maybe you can, there we go. Okay. Just flexion and extension, just like we do cat-cow. Right? I promise we'll do some yoga shapes, but this is so important, so critical. We do this, we've done it together with our legs, with our ankles. Good. And the order might not stay the same. It doesn't matter what order, in which order you do. That's okay. We'll just take a little windshield wiper side to side, relax the shoulders. If I forget something though, just add it, right? It's not uncommon sometimes. Right. Miss one, I'll try not to. Nice and slow, use your breath. Sigh the breath out, releasing breath. Good, and then back of hand and palm, back of hand, little twisting here. So notice, right, I used that connection of cat-cow for flexion and extension. Notice that we're moving the joints, we're moving the wrist in the same 4 directions that we do our spine, right? We know that good doctors will tell us we are as healthy or we are as young as our spine, right? And so flexion, extension, right, back bending and rounding, twisting, and lateral flexion. Those are the 4 movements of the spine. So we want to not leave out any part of the body. We want to lubricate, hydrate those joints, and move in the same direction. So in case you can't see now, I'm flicking, and your arm doesn't have to be up here. I'm doing this just so you can see the action of my hand, but you can keep it low, keep it friendly. Squeeze that fist and then flick it away. I don't think I missed anything. Good. I have one more. There are lots more to this series for the hands and for the wrists. I could do this for the whole hour just in the hands and the wrists, and we're getting close. So I just do want to give you one more because it's so healthy and it feels so good, and it does involve, it invites in other joints. So hopefully I didn't miss anything. Interlace your fingers, right? Relax your shoulders and your elbows, and then you're gonna just gently give yourself a little, thanks for checking, a little flexion for your wrist, and keep this smooth and steady like a little wave, right? And your body might sway a little bit. Notice that the elbows and the shoulders are getting into it. So just kind of let those arms, shoulders, elbows, wrists kind of undulate side to side. A few more. Inhale and exhale. Thank you, arms, for hugging, for lifting, for carrying. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo. Let's pause for a moment and just feel that circulation. Feel that life force, right? You should feel pretty darn good. Give a little smile, roll those shoulders, and we'll come forward. I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see my shape. Right? So I'm off the edge of the chair, holding on to the back of the chair. Roll those shoulders back, lift the heart, Press the shoulders down, underarms down, shine that heart, eyes to the sky, find your cow shape, and then push the upper back towards the wall, away from, or towards the chair rather. Shoulders away from the ears, pull that navel space back. Cat shape. Inhale, lift up. Right, flexion and extension for the spine, flexion, rounding, cat shape. Extension, back bending. Good. One more round. Exhale. Inhale, doesn't matter on which shape, the inhalation or the exhalation. And very nice. And so we'll stay off the edge of the chair. Interlace your fingers around the belly of your hamstring. Push the belly of the muscle, the hamstring into your hands. Relax the shoulders and give it a little kick. Right? Bend the knee. So nerve glossing, nerve gliding, synovial fluid, that's where that S came in, towards for the knee. Okay? Good. Nice. And then we'll just kind of stir it around. Stir that foot underneath your knee, and then even stir the leg, that femur in the acetabulum, your femur in your hip socket. Yeah, it's kind of like you're trying to reach for something on the floor and drag it into you. Now, can you push it away? Yeah. Woo, I feel it. Good. And we'll pause, interlace around the opposite side, push that muscle into the hand and lengthen the arms and get that stretch in the upper back, pull the navel back, kick through that heel, maybe bend the knee, turn it into a little bit of scooping action with slide and glide. Keep nice and strong in your core. Good, we'll hold here. Let that foot kind of dangle underneath your knee, create little circles. And when you're ready, you'll invite the hips. So we're creating some synovial fluid in the knee and the hip, keeping it juicy, keeping us nice and hydrated. And then we'll roll the other way. And here's why. Not only does it feel good and it's important to juice up these important joints, we're going to open the hips here. Right? So come to center when you're ready. Lift that right knee again. Hold onto the outside of the right knee, or just below the right knee rather, and then a hand to your foot. So left hand to your right foot, right hand to your knee, and slowly start to let that knee fall out. Yeah, and then just kind of rock it side to side. Okay, just juice it up again. So here's an option. This is option one. If you are pretty bendy and your hips and your spine will let you stay here, I'm going to turn to the side. Then you might bring that knee into your elbow crease and the foot into your elbow crease. But notice that I'm not rounded, right? I'm staying up nice and tall. And if you're compromising your spine to get into a deeper stretch, please don't do that. Right? Flex the right foot so you can just keep it out and look. Two more. That's it. And then you're just going to gently place that ankle on the thigh. Hinge from the hip, chin in, hinge from the hip. Feel that sensation in the hip flexors, chin in. You could, if you wanted to, drop the arms down and create a little more weight in the hips. So this is all up to you. Gentle flex of the foot. Just see what you need. And notice if your left sitting bone is popping up off your chair. Try to ground both sitting bones down. If you need to put your hands on your hips, go for it. One more big breath. Maybe bring the biceps by your ears if you feel safe. Lift on up. Yeah. Float those arms down. And then we switch, right? Feel that sensation. So just below the knee on the outside, left hand to the left knee, the right hand to the left foot. And just open it up and see if this side feels different. Feel if this side feels different. Maybe you explore here. Maybe you're able to flex that foot and come in a little closer, but mind your spine. If you're rounding in to achieve this leg closer to the chest, don't compromise your shape. You know, don't compromise your safety for the shape. Don't compromise your alignment for the shape. Ah, good. All right, carefully place that ankle on the thigh and notice if this knee is higher or not, but just be curious about the differences in your shape. Maybe you put a little bit of weight on that thigh with your left hand, chin in, belly in, hinge or not, it's totally up to you. Right, but do be aware of the back of the neck, right? So we want to keep we don't want to pop the chin forward, the back of the neck in line with the spine, a nice line from tailbone to crown of head. Maybe you lean those arms forward possibly, or maybe bring your biceps by your ears, pull your belly button towards your spine. If your arms are overhead, can you spin the pinkies in a little bit to help relax the shoulders? Good. Engage the core. Start to rise. Woo. Awesome job. Right hand to the front leg of your chair, left arm up to the sky, and start to use gravity. Pull that navel space back. When you go as far over as you feel safe, notice that the knees aren't moving, the hips stay where they are. Lift the ribs away from the waistline. Kind of squeeze those inner thighs towards each other gently. Maybe you rotate a little bit and look up underneath that underarm to the left or to the left elbow. Engage your core to be safe. Come on out. Grab hold of the left leg of the chair. Lift the ribs away from the waistline. Chin in. Right arm will lift. Gently drop those shoulders and let gravity kind of slide you down. Think moving your left rib cage towards the right. Shoulders down. Keep it friendly. Right, little smile. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sigh the breath out. Inhale, engage the core to come out. There you go. Couple shoulder rolls. And then just a quick little seated butterfly. Press the soles of the feet together, please. Knees out to the side. I'm holding onto the back of my chair. And you can stay just like this, or you could start to lift your hips up off of the chair and kind of thrust them gently forward. Roll the shoulders back, lift the hips, lift the chest, lift the eyes. For an upward plank in butterfly feet, butterfly legs. Chin in, have a seat. Good. Bring those knees together. Nice. We're going to actually stand up. So this is why I really wanted to make sure that your chair is safe on a mat and it's not going to slide away from you. So when you're ready, I'm going to come over to this side and you'll start with your right foot on the chair. Yeah, right foot on the chair. Okay, then you'll turn that right foot out to the right, open up. This is why we spent so much time in the hips, so we can externally rotate without too much discomfort. And then I'm just going to heel toe my left leg out a little bit. Move the torso over. You feel that stretch of the adductor. Take that forearm onto the thigh. Maybe you keep your left hand on your hip. Maybe your left arm goes to the sky. Or maybe you drape over and again, move that right rib cage towards the left. Extended side angle. Sigh the breath out. Relax the shoulder. Yeah. How much space can you create in the left side of your body? And then try not to collapse where the ribs and the hip meet in the right. Can you breathe when you inhale? Can you make some space there? Yeah. Good. And then slowly start to bring that left hand behind your back. Look to your right knee and start to bring your right hand to the back of your chair. And I'm going to heel toe my left leg out. I'm going to straighten my right leg out. And then again, move the right rib cage towards the left. And bring that left arm, if you wish, overhead. Maybe bring the bicep by the ear. It's pretty deep variation of our triangle pose. Please choose where it's friendly and safe for you. Arm will come down first. If you had your arm, look to your foot, bend your knee, bend your knee, bend your knee, bend your knee. Heel toe that left foot in and take your time. Very nice. So left hand will come down. Your right arm will go up. Rib cage is going to face the right. And then you're just going to gently dip yourself back. Right? Really supportive reverse warrior or peaceful warrior. Nice. Good. Hand to thigh. Turn the toes, turn the knee, and come on out. So before we switch sides, I want to just play with your balance a little bit. So you could just stay where you are and let your fingers hold on to the back of the chair. If you're feeling a little concerned about your balance, right, make sure that you're holding on. And all we're going to do is just lift up onto the heels, or lift up onto the balls of your feet, rather. Heels are going to lift up off the floor, and maybe you take the hands off for a moment. Right, see where you can go, building the muscles in the calf. And come down if you need to, come back up. Right, if you kind of fall in and out of the balance, that's okay. Pull that navel space back, look forward, eyes forward, maybe let go once or twice. Yeah, and then take a little step out. Legs, feet are going to be about outside of hip, shoulder width apart. Right? And all I'm going to do is just kind of rock side to side. I'm going to turn so you can see me here. I'm just going to rock side to side, kind of like you're on a balance board, right? Or on a really rocky ship. And this is actually called rock the boat. Put a little bend in your knees. So we're just kind of rolling out. If you need to hold on, please do. And then start to make it a little bit bigger. So you find yourself teetering and lifting a foot off. So this is good practice for ourselves, right? As we age, we lose our balance for lots of different reasons. This is really great practice if you do find yourself kind of toppling over instead of just letting yourself go, right? Muscle memory will know to maybe bend that knee and step down first. So maybe even try it, right? Teeter yourself over like you're going to fall, that opposite foot on the ground and lift, right? Push down. Yeah. Again, always feel like you need to hold on, go for it. I'm just going to do a couple more. And then this time we're going to lean to the right. We're going to hold. So again, hold on to the chair if you need to. Lift that leg as high as you feel is safe for you. Maybe the toes stay down. Maybe that left arm comes up. Maybe the right arm comes away from the chair, or you just touch the seat of the chair. Wherever you feel you can take this, right? Head stays in line with the spine. Engage your core. Ooh. Pause. Right? And start to come away. So move yourself where it's safe for you to hold on to some part of your chair. Right? Or you're against the wall, whatever feels good. Balance, so important. Right? We're not born with good or bad balance. We can grow our balance with present awareness, right? Be with your breath. Breath helps to stabilize and hold you in that balanced shape. And we can always improve and grow our balance. So as you switch to the other side, I'm going to keep talking to you about balance. Right, so when you're in line at the grocery store, left knee on, left toes out, 90 degrees, right, kind of step heel toe that right leg away, torso leaning, find your extended side angle, great hip opener, great adductor stretch. Right, when you're waiting in line at the grocery store, can you balance on one foot, right? Just lift one foot slightly off the ground. When you're brushing your teeth, when you're doing the dishes, so important to kind of incorporate balance throughout the day, balance exercises throughout the day. So I noticed that I was leaning too far away, knee over the ankle, One more big breath here. Woo. Good. Start to hold on to that chair. Heel toe that right leg out. Start to extend your left leg. Move that left rib cage right towards the sky. Bring that right arm over if you want or not. Right hand behind the back. So we want to feel open across the chest. Sigh the breath out. Balance is key. One more big breath here. Slowly ease the chair to come on out. Ooh, yeah. Heel toe that leg in just a little bit. Take the right arm down, the right leg. Bend that knee over the ankle. Move the rib cage towards the left. Hold on to that chair if you need to, or not. Maybe lift the left arm up and back. So we're just in a little bit of a warrior dance, right? Extended warrior to triangle to reverse warrior. Slowly come on out. Woohoo! Yeah. Good. Give it a little pedal push. I'm going to invite you to turn the chair around, or if you have space behind the chair, just get behind the chair. We're going to do some downward facing dog and just lengthen the spine a little bit. So I'm just going to turn this way so you can see me. Yep. Hands are going to come onto the chair back. I'm going to step back a little bit, 2 or 3 feet away from my chair. Pull that center of balance back, ears by my biceps. I'm going to lift that tailbone toward the sky. So bend your knees, just like we do in down dog. Bend your knees, tilt that tail as high as you can. Drop your ears by your biceps. So good. Start to lift the heart, lift the eyes, bring those hands on to straight, arms to straight. Walk your legs in just a little bit closer, maybe about 2 feet away from the chair now. And then heel toe those feet so they're as wide as your shoulders. And we're going to step our left leg back as if on a railroad track. And you don't have to step out too far, maybe a foot or two. And we're going to do that same thing. Bend the knees a little bit, tilt the tailbone. So we bend the knees so we find some space to move our pelvis. Yeah, bend the knees, move that pelvis, and then drop your chest. Maybe bend your elbows. Yeah, flat back, look down to your toes now. We're just in a flat back. Now start to straighten if you can your legs, start to straighten if you can your legs, and kind of squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Maybe, I like to bring my arms out straight. So I rest my forearms in the back of the chair. So I'm all in a straight line. Right? Squeeze softly those inner thighs together. Bend that front knee a little bit if you need to. If you're feeling something right behind your knee here, I want you to put a little micro bend in your knee. So you can stay here, or if you're feeling pretty safe, maybe your left hand comes to your shin, and maybe you start to come down a little bit lower, or not. Put a nice healthy bend in that right knee, come back up, and hold here. Maybe both arms again away from the chair. Little warrior one. Good, hands down. Step that left foot to meet the right. Maybe come in a little bit closer. Kickstand or railroad track, right? Your legs, they're not on a tightrope, one in front of the other. They're apart like a railroad track. Put a little bend in your knees. Tilt that pelvis. Engage your core. Yeah, and so I got a little too close. I'm going to move my chair out because I want to feel that stretch in my hamstring. I want to be flat in my spine. Pull the belly to the spine. Crown of the head forward. From crown of head to tailbone. Flat, flat, flat. Little micro bend in my left knee. You can stay or not, right? Scissor those inner thighs towards each other. Really bring those inner thighs towards each other. Stay here. Or maybe bring your right hand to your shin. Come on down. Little twist in that chest. You can look under your left underarm or not. Ah. Good. Put a big healthy bend in that knee and carefully come on up. Nicely done. Yeah. And we'll stay here one more little balance practice. And just lift your right foot off the ground. There's a little bend in my left knee. I'm holding onto the chair if I need to, challenging myself to just take the hands hover above or take them off completely. My right foot is hovering off the ground. I'm just going to kick it forward, out to the side, to the back, out to the side, forward. And here we go. So right knee is bent, left hand is on the chair if you need it. I want you to imagine there's a clock in front of you. Right, 12 o'clock overhead, 3 o'clock out to the side, 6 o'clock right behind you, and then 9 o'clock, you're going to bend your elbow across your chest, yeah? And then maybe challenge, lift that, take that left hand away. Right foot is still lifting up off the floor, right out to the side, behind, cross over your chest. Good. How about one more set? Yes, very nice, very nice. So I'm going to move my chair back in case I need it, right? It's there. I'm going to come to the side just so you can see me. So we're going to lift the left foot off the ground, sweep it forward, out to the side and back. Just play, you can cross, you can take it out to the side, back, whatever feels good. Keep that pelvis level. No right or wrong, just kind of play with the direction. But when we come to the clock, you're just going to hover. Keep that knee slightly bent, the foot off the ground. Hold on to the chair for safety whenever you need to. Right? Keep it safe. Arm up to the sky, 12 o'clock. Arm out to the side, 3 o'clock. Arm behind you, 6 o'clock. Cross over the chest, reach, 9 o'clock. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. Good. How about one more round? Love a good balanced challenge, huh? Good. Just pause for a moment. Maybe if you need to kind of pedal push, release the hips or roll the hips in a circle, whatever feels good to you. Yeah, there's no right, no wrong. Yeah, good. So I'd like to come back to the chair. We've done a lot of really good standing strength, lots of balance, lots of hip opening, lots of nerve gliding or joint freeing. I'd like us to just do a little bit of twisting. So we did do a little bit, ever so slightly twisting if you engaged in that pyramid pose with the hand on the shin. But I'd like to get into just a little deeper twist. So we're moving the spine in all 4 directions. And so coming a little bit away from the back of the seat, so I'm engaging my core. I want us to think when we twist, always think belly, ribs, eyes. So you want to look forward as best you can, belly button towards the right, then the ribs will go to the right, then the eyes will go to the right. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee, and maybe your right hand holds on to the seat of the chair. Maybe it drapes behind the back of the chair. Please never force a twist, right? Once you're in your shape and you're letting go, breath will allow you to revolve a little more. Then maybe you can bring your hand somewhere else. Notice what's happening with the knees. You don't want them spilling to the left. Keep the hips and the knees center, like you've got a block or a Pilates ball in between your thighs. Inhale, exhale. If you want a little more sensation, your right arm can come out directly behind you from your shoulder. You could pick up your right knee by holding the hamstring. You could stay there, or you could take your left hand onto the shin or to the foot. Extend that leg and bring that leg towards the midline, belly, ribs, eyes to the right. Side breath out. Kick that foot, and if you've got the leg extended, kick through your heel. One more big breath. right? We come out of our shape as consciously as we arrive. So nice and slow, belly, ribs, eyes. Yeah, good. Let's take it to the other side. Think belly, ribs, eyes to the left. Left hand either on the seat, right hand to the outside of your knee. Kind of push knee into hand, hand into knee. Revolve, exhale, use your breath. And can you lift up tall, 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 tall on your spine? Chin is parallel to the floor. Ah. Right? And as you kind of hang out in this shape and with your breath, maybe the arm can come up higher and hug the back of your chair. Or maybe the arm extends directly from your shoulder. Maybe you lift that left knee. You hold on to the shin or the foot. Squeeze, 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 navel to spine. Chin parallel to the floor, crown of the head to the sky. Thank you, spine. Yes, thank you for this structure that supports me throughout the day. Thank you, limbs, to help me be ambulatory. Slowly, slowly come on out. Ooh, that's nice. Good, and have you come all the way back. Just kind of stretch the legs out. So for me, they don't go very far, right? I'm all the way back in my chair. I'm just gonna point the toes out, preparing for a little bit of a forward fold. So get your tush, your low back really cemented to the back of the chair. Pull that navel space back. Toes are pointing, chin and hinge from your hips, right? So stay there. I've got a straight, straight, straight spine, right? Phew, like a lightning bolt, boom, boom, right? Straight edges. Chin towards your throat. Lift your heart and reach the heart towards the thigh. So we're not moving the head. Torso moving wherever you can. Now relax your feet and then relax the chin to the chest. Let yourself fold. Sigh the breath out. Give a little nod, no. Stay here, stay here. This is like kind of a modified Paschimottanasana, modified double leg forward fold. Really good folding, really quiets the nervous system, helps to relax the body, the mind. One more big breath out. Pull that navel space back. Look forward with your eyes. Walk your hands up your shins, up your legs. Bring those feet back. Get yourself comfortable in your chair. Crown of the head to the sky, chin in. Take a big inhale. Float the arms up. And then palms are going to go down. I want you to make this sound. It's an H-E sound. Inhale. H-E. He the breath out. This is borrowed from Tai Chi, Chinese medicine. It's called triple warmer breath. Inhale up, exhale. Helps to just balance the body. Just kind of wash over the nervous system one more time. Hands will rest anywhere you feel comfortable on the legs. Maybe close down the eyes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank yourself for showing up. Thank you whenever and however you show up, live or later. Thank you for carving out time to bring balance, peace, gratitude to the body, to the subtle body. Continue to just silently say thank you. Thank you. You might be specific. Thank you to someone or to something. Thank you to this body for allowing me to move. Or just simply say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome to stay longer in this meditation. I encourage you to do so, to stay here with eyes closed, quietly saying thank you. If you need to end the practice with me this morning, I invite us to bring our hands together in the center of the chest, Anjali Mudra, lifting our heart to our head, offering our heart to our head, offering head to heart. And again, you can stay longer in meditation or end your practice with me here. As I bow in honor to the one who is grateful in me, which bows and honors to the one who is grateful in each and every one of you, in this space, we remain one. Namaste, everyone.